What's up to all of my bosses, future bosses, and aspiring bosses? I'm the head boss in charge, bebenycole. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm bebenycole, owner of DHG Hair Studio and DeluxeHairGallery.co for the ones that don't know. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome. You might want to consider subscribing because you're gonna like it here. Okay guys, today's video is a glow up video. We're gonna do hair, we're gonna do makeup, and we're gonna get to know each other a little better. You guys are gonna get a peek into my life, a peek into my glow up, so you guys can see where I came from. And your girl started as a high school dropout. Shh, don't tell nobody. But I come a long way, and I'm also super excited to share that journey with you guys. Even though my journey is not completely over with, we have so much further to go. I just want to bring you guys up to speed and just kind of connect with you guys on a different level, because 2020 has been crazy. It's been filled with a lot of loss, but I just want, if I can just help you guys to understand that it's all a part of the glow up, the L's, all of it. You know, if I can start as a high school dropout and get my life back on track and, you know, become an entrepreneur and just appreciate my own glow up, I'm sure by the end of this video you guys will appreciate your own glow up and truck your little behind up into 2021 feeling like that year can be your year, because at the end of the day 2020 can still be your year. So all right guys, without further ado, we're gonna jump into this glow up video. Watch me do my hair, watch me do my face, and I hope you guys are encouraged. Boss family, I know y'all ready, so we're gonna jump right into it. But before I go, I want to remind you guys to wake up, pray, get pretty, hustle, and repeat. Your girl is out. Bye. Bye. Y'all can tell me nothing. Nothing. Went from a high school dropout to something. Boy. Hey y'all, how y'all doing today? Okay, so before we jump into this glow up video, we're gonna start with our hair. I've already put my wig on. I am wearing the Black Label collection by my company, DeluxeHairGallery.co. I'm wearing our 20-inch HD lace closure, our 5x5 lace closure. I'm wearing a 20-inch, a 22-inch bundle, a 24-inch bundle, and a 26-inch bundle. Okay, those are the hair specs. I've also just freshly washed my hair. The products are in the back there. I use the Red Can All Soft line, and now I'm using my heat protectant. Well, it's actually a repair serum because I want a lightweight press out. I'm using their Absolute Repair serum. Okay, I'm gonna focus this on the ends because the ends have seen the most drama. All right, y'all, 2020 has been cray, right? I mean, it's definitely a year of loss. Let's start there. By the way, I don't know what we're gonna be talking about today. We're just chatting, we're just getting ready as if, you know, y'all my real girlfriends, and we're just chatting, getting ready, getting cute for whatever. I mean, if you're feeling like crap, girl, get your makeup or get your wine or get whatever you need, and hopefully we all can feel better at the end of this video. Well, I'm not necessarily feeling like crap, but I am feeling like we need to talk. You know, we need to catch up. I need to let you guys know where I am mentally, see where I'm at with the vibes and everything. So I will be using my Baby Bliss Nano Titanium iron as well as my Cricut Pro 55 comb, heat resistant, baby. I'm a professional, so that's not necessarily necessary, but if you liking the way my stuff look, I might as well tell you what I'm using. So I'm gonna do one pass. I'm gonna go ahead and get half of my head done, and then we'll chat a little more. Because one thing about me and my videos, they tend to get hella long. Guys, like, me and my girlfriend were chatting, right? We've been friends 15 years. Oh, she's a sister at this point. It would be an insult to call her a freaking friend. But guys, like, Y'all know 2020 has been crazy, right? I mean, full of loss, full of so many trials. You get me? So, you know, I'm sitting here having the craziest time in my mind thinking, you know, I should be further. You know, I should be doing so much more. Just thinking to myself, not necessarily projecting it, but just thinking to myself and lacking motivation some days because I'm just feeling like I should be so much further in life. I'm putting in the work, etc. Mind you, getting on the phone with my girlfriend, you know, we just chatting it up, talking about like, remember when, you know, you used to do this, or remember you were here in life? Oh, I used to be a high school dropout. Like I'm a business owner, I'm an influencer, and I'm just thinking about like, man, you used to be a high school dropout. So I'm gonna just set the scene. So Slim, you know, has been in my life for a long time. Met her through my sister, and she's kind of been in my life ever since. We have a business together, but that's neither here nor there because it is not quite ready to be released. So she's chatting with me, telling me how proud of me she is, regardless of how much I am in my feelings, even though I don't share it a lot. But she's basically just saying, girl, you make me so proud. You make me want to level up. And I'm thinking like, oh, I'm not where I want to be. Mind you, they hype me up, and it makes me go so hard when my friends hype me up. It really does. But long story short, actually I'm not gonna say that because it might still be wrong. But she was just talking about how I used to visit their apartment. Her and my sister, they have an apartment together. I didn't necessarily live there, but somehow I always ended up being there. Mind you, I didn't have a job. I haven't had a job at this point since I was pregnant with my daughter. I lost my job because I had really bad pregnancy sickness. Just all the issues of pregnancy I had, besides life-threatening issues, but just like the fatigue, the exhaustion, the sickness, the morning sickness, I had all of that. So she was just basically telling me like, you remember when I talked you into like going to hair school? Like not only did she talk me into hair school, she literally paid my deposit to go to hair school. Like that's how broke I was, y'all. Okay, let me tell you, I'm talking about this really just to say 2020 has been crazy, and even though it's hard to see your growth and hard to see that you are succeeding and actually making progress, just be reminded to look back and realize where you actually came from, because you will really see how much you've grown. And now I'm gonna jump back into the story and just talk to you guys about like where I come from and what it was like for me. Okay, so growing up, there was a little instability. Great parents, but there was a little bit of instability. You know what I mean? We'll get into it. It just built me. It built my character, and it kind of made me who I am today. Some of the things I lacked basically built my character. Okay, so to jump ahead and not get into all of that because I am very private, and you'll probably never hear the stories. But long story short, there was some points and periods in my life where there was instability, and I had to drop out of high school. I didn't necessarily have to drop out of high school, but I was faced with the option to start back over. Basically repeat my senior year in another state. I moved from North Carolina to South Carolina. I was already struggling, mind you, struggling with my grades, struggling because there were so many things going on at home, just, you know, like, just stressful things. Long story short, we ended up moving to South Carolina. At this point, guys, I had dropped out of school. Senior year, almost there, and I dropped out of school. I was really just feeling like, I couldn't go on anymore. I was just feeling like I came this far, and at the end of the day, it's all for nothing, because I'd be damned if I've gone through this hard year and now I'm gonna have to do this senior year crap over again. I don't think so. I'm talking about no plan, no fucking sense, making no sense at all. I'm talking about no plans, just dropping out of school, like an idiot. Don't ever fucking do that. I'm not saying school is for everybody, but your life can go much smoother and much better when you have a vision for it and you have a plan for it. And at this a young age. I didn't have either. Okay, so I ended up moving in with my cousin. I'm sure I'm leaving some stuff out because my memory is crap, but I ended up, after a few months, I just realized, you know, this dropped out of this is not really, my life's not going anywhere. That's basically what I started realizing. And my cousin, for some reason, I don't know why she ended up in the adult program to get her diploma, GED, whatever. I don't know why she ended up in that program, but for some odd reason, I ended up in the program with her, with my cousin. Again, my timeline may be a little jacked up because I really have a bad memory. I just know that I went to the program, for some reason didn't finish that, ended up back in Charlotte, ended up pregnant with my first child, I walked across the stage with my baby in my belly. So I did end up getting my high school diploma. And I thank God for that. And I'm just like, I don't know how it happened, how the universe conspired for that to happen, but I'm so glad it did. Hence, it got me on the path that I am now on. Okay, guys? Like, just remembering like where I came from, like, it just reminds me and keeps me focused on going, because I literally overcome a lot, and I haven't even told you the half. You know what I mean? But I've literally overcome a ton of shit. And so that's not it. I am now with a 1-year-old. Just telling you my backstory. I'm now with a 1-year-old, right? Little girl, beautiful little girl. Father in the picture. Unfortunately, we were kids, so we had no clue, and we lived in 2 different states. 2 different states at the time. So here I am in North Carolina, and her father lives in Georgia. I'm not gonna get into that story, but it just ended up that way. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina at the time, and my family, of course, they're supportive. They're proud of me, you know, managing motherhood so well. I was even at a community college at this point. And again, not really going anywhere, no direction. I never felt like college was for me. I never felt like I was into the work. It just seemed too hard. And I was like, I couldn't focus. I felt like I wasn't meant to be doing that. Granted, I was going to school for fashion design. Well, I was actually taking the prerequisites because my grades were so jacked that I could not place into college. I had to pretty much take these like mediocre classes because that's how basic my life was. Oh my God, that's how basic my life was at the time, where I couldn't even start my program. I had to do all this extra stuff because, you know, granted, I could have made better decisions in school. I didn't. And I won't make my upbringing an excuse as to why I didn't focus. It just at the time didn't seem very important to me, okay? So I have a daughter, and just pretty much I'm raising her, going to school, raising her, still not really having a plan for my life. And I do remember feeling like, hey, I need to do something different. I need to do something where I can take care of her, like now. Like in a few months, like I would like to be able to work and really make some income. And I started thinking about hair school. Granted, my Slim, it's gonna come full circle in a minute, Slim was basically, you know, she wanted to go to hair school too. I don't know what made her want to go, but shit, we were going. We knew that much. She talked me into it. I'm not gonna lie, at that time, I wasn't as much of a leader as I am now. I'm not gonna say I was a follower either, but this was the best decision I ever made as far as following. Okay, let's just say that. This is the best decision I ever made as a young girl, young woman at this point, because I'm a mom with a child like mine. This was the best follow the leader type of situation. Like, you want to do what your friends are doing. Y'all want to do it together. You know the vibes. And like, this is really one of the best things I could have done as far as following somebody around. And I can just like, it was just so ordained, and it was just so a part of my journey, because mind you, Slim, we wasn't even that super close then, because she was still more close to my sister, but for some reason, like, she played a part in it, and everybody played a part. I don't want nobody to feel like they left out. But I remember we went to the hair school, got on the city bus. If you're from Charlotte, North Carolina, transit, got on the transit, did the bus swap, whoop-de-whoop, made it all the way to the south side of Charlotte, because at this point we were living on the east side. But it's south side all day, okay? So yeah, we got on the transit, we headed to the side of town where the hair school was. The name of the hair school I went to was Regency Beauty Institute, where I remember going into the hair school, finding out like school ain't free. You gotta pay a deposit or a application fee, whatever. We went in. I was like, found out it was $100. Slim was like, no worries, I got you. And from there, she paid my $100 deposit, and my journey began there, right there. And another thing I can tell you guys, I mean, I have so many people in my life that really just inspire me, and I hope to get videos talking about every single one of them. As a matter of fact, as my channel grows, I know you guys will meet everyone. But this is just, again, I was having this particular conversation with Slim, so it's on my mind. Like, it's just so important to have people around you that see something in you, even though it didn't make sense at the time. Like, you struggling, my friend's struggling, but you pay my $100 deposit because you saw something in me. You pay my deposit so I can do something with my future. I'm talking about, we were struggling, like let's just say at an age where I could work, we had to work. Like, that's what kind of background I come from, you know what I mean? So I just appreciate her seeing, I don't know, I appreciate her dragging my ass along. And I feel like that's really what it was, because I know how this part of the journey was really just mine, because Slim ended up not even finishing hair school with me, and I got like anxiety about like finishing hair school. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna quit. She ended up going back home to Africa, and she ended up having to stay there, meaning her apartment, her whole life in Charlotte, North Carolina was done. You know, at that moment, she couldn't come back. And I just kept going to school, but it's something about, like, number one, I was used to going with my friend. It was still, you know, I'm still young-minded at this time. I'm still like, oh, I gotta do this with my girl, and all of a sudden, my girl's not here. So now I'm just going to school, meeting new people, and I'm doing this thing by myself. But it just goes to show those moments were never really for her. They were for me. It all comes full circle, but we're not gonna talk about that in this video. But it was really for me, because it set me on this path to where this is the closest thing to financial freedom I've ever experienced, working as a hairstylist. As this being my profession, it's the closest thing I've ever experienced, and it's allowed me to have a pretty okay, decent life, especially when it comes to raising my children, okay? So I just want you guys to know, like, 2020 it's been a year of loss, and if you can just remember, I rambled a lot, but if you could just remember like where you came from, and don't get overwhelmed with thinking like, you know, this year was supposed to be this year was supposed to be that. I can assure you this year is exactly what it was supposed to be. With all the loss and all. I'm so humble, and I'm so like, I don't know, I'm really inspired, because I'm not necessarily, my business is not what I want it to be, but I'm not the high school dropout that I used to be. I'm sitting in my home, recording with this equipment, and I am pushing forward with my vision and my brand, okay? So 2020 has been crazy, but God, just keep pushing. This year can still be yours. It's going to turn out to be yours. Just know that if you look back on your life, you've been through more than 2020. You know what I mean? I'm just so grateful to be reminded of literally where I came from. Because, girl, sis, you are a high school dropout. Now you are a business owner. You are an entrepreneur. Like, we gotta celebrate that. So, okay, guys, enough about that. We're gonna move on to makeup, because this is a glow up. This is a glow up video. So let's continue glowing up. Life is glow up. Yeah, we glowed up in life. We went from high school dropout to like now we're a business owner. And actually, while we do our makeup, we'll talk a little bit more about my story. We'll talk about what happened from hair school to my first, you know, job in the hair industry, okay? Y'all, this spot, like, literally, at the whole head, I made no freaking mistakes. And for some reason, this big blotch is there. It pisses me off. I have not gone in to correct it, but I swear every time I look at it, I'm just like, you got this fucking nerve. Trying to hang with a bandage like me. Okay. This is the hair. This is the hair. Let's move on. Okay, boss family, I hope y'all are enjoying this video so far because I feel a little, you know, relieved. I'm not really open up to you guys. As a matter of fact, I'm really open up to nobody. So, this has been quite refreshing. I hope you guys are getting to know me better. So, just FYI, if this video seems like I'm rambling or all over the place, it's because I literally sat down to film and I didn't necessarily plan to do a talk through, but like this was on my mind, it was on my spirit, so I decided to talk about it because the glow up is, let's just say this, there's pressure when it comes to the glow up because you're always and constantly faced with seeing other people, and most likely the way that you see into other people's lives right now is social media, and a lot of people do come off as glowed up, you know, and that's okay. You should clout for them, but you also should not get into comparing. You should not get into comparing because your glow up should be so heavy on your mind that that's all you focus on. Number one, what you focus on, you receive, and you can't really receive anything for yourself if you're focusing on other people, their bag, their glow up, their man, their household, etc. You have to focus on yourself for growth, for your sanity, you know. So the reason why, you know, I'm talking about the glow up is because I really, not that I compare myself because I really don't, but sometimes I'm such a critic when it comes to my life and my goals that I'm hard on myself. But I needed to remember, like, girl, you are in a position that some people wish they were in. Your situation is always better than someone else. As a matter of fact, since our focus should be on us, your situation is much better than it was 10 years ago. Sis, since we're gonna mind our business, 10 years ago, sis, you didn't see a way out. You didn't see, you was technically a single mom, a single teen mom. So you come a long way, okay? So now we're gonna talk about why we beat this face. This is not really a video talking about product, but you'll kind of see me using things. I will list them down below. I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Booster Drops because your girl gotta stay hydrated. I also have on my face the e.l.f. I've been using their cleansing line. I have on their moisturizer with some vitamin E oil, and now I'm doing this so I can snatch my life before we add any foundation to this canvas. If you're interested with my foundation routine, I'll put a video in the card up above. I have a video, get ready with me style video, talking about first impressions of products, where I use this. I show you all the steps because I'm just gonna be chatting and working at this point, okay? So again, we're talking about the glow up. We're talking about 2020, how it's definitely been a hell of a year for us all, but we're gonna focus on ourselves and we're gonna remember where we came from. So when we reach these milestones, we can definitely realize we've made some progress, you know? So if you're looking around right now, looking at your life and looking at other people's lives and thinking, wow, my shit is really not together. Wow, another YouTuber talking about how their life is so fucking perfect. You know, this ain't their video. And also, your life is pretty dope. Number one, you're alive. Number two, I'm sure your situation don't look like it did 10 years ago, a week ago, whatever. There's been some growth. Whether you want to acknowledge it, that's up to you. That's another video, but we ain't gonna get into your perspective and your mindset. We're gonna talk about this glow up. Now we're gonna move on to putting on foundation. I'm gonna be using two foundations today. I'm gonna be using the collab with the Fit Me because I'm two different tones, as you guys can see, and I'm gonna be using what am I gonna be using? What kind of brush? I'm gonna be using my Real Techniques Essential Foundation brush, the RT208. I'm also my camera temperature just got hot, so I'm gonna let it cool down and I'm gonna go ahead and apply my foundation and then we'll come back after my camera cools, okay? Boom, foundation is on. So we're gonna move on to concealer. Like I told y'all, I was gonna come back and I was gonna talk to you guys about, like, of course, my first job, like after hair school. Since I'm having such a hard time appreciating my growth in life, since I'm having such a hard time seeing my own glow up, child. Since I'm having that, we're gonna just talk about it so I can have a new perspective after this video, and hopefully you can have a new perspective after this video. Right now, I'm picking out the brushes that I want to use. Okay, I'm using the Real Techniques Expert Concealer brush. I'm feeling it, you know. Okay, so number one, point in my story, I'm in hair school, and my friend is no longer in hair school because circumstances made it that way. So now I am forced to, of course, finish school without my friend. So I'm going, and guess what? Single mama and all, with support of daddy. It's just, you know, daddy wasn't here, so it was low-key single mama. While, you know, I was going to school. So I graduate. I went from just winging something to graduating. Look at that. Look at that little bitty bit of glow. I moved to Georgia. I mean, things are going good. I moved here and got a very, very high-paying job. When I say high-paying, I earned a lot of money. I was making a lot of money. To be fresh out of hair school, I was bringing in the dough, okay? I'm not gonna go into it, but learned some lessons there too. But let's just say I came out of hair school making bank. Okay, moving on. All right. So now I'm in Georgia. I'm about 2 hours away from my family. I mean, everybody, like, of course, my family's like, oh my God. Not only did this girl get there, but she ain't got to Georgia. She making that shit work, like, making it work. I said I'm not gonna do that no more because I don't have much for it. But y'all, I'm in Georgia. Not only am I in Georgia, I'm literally killing shit. Like, my mama get to see her daughter taking care of herself, thriving in magazines. Like, my work is in magazines. Come on, I'm 21, 20. I'm a child. You feel me? I'm a kid still raising a daggone little girl. And you mean to tell me my work is, you know, I'm out here, I'm just thriving, y'all. Making money, learning fucking lessons, okay? And at this point, accumulating 2 new friends who I wouldn't know at that time would be my best friends 10 years later, okay? You see how the world works? I'm sorry if I'm rambling, guys, again. So I'm working down here and getting my life, making fucking money. The quickest way to tell this story. I'm not gonna go into it because, honey, let's just say it's very much so past me and it's very much so irrelevant. Long story short, that place didn't work out. I started to see my value. I started to become more of an independent woman as far as speaking my mind and deciding what I'm gonna tolerate and what I'm not gonna tolerate. You know, I was at that point in life, like, yeah, sis is not going for this. I might have went for that before, but sis is not going for that. And you know, so I ended up losing my job. Okay. And that was another transition in my life. Another transition, y'all. So that was another glow up. I didn't see it. Let me just tell y'all something. Glow ups are not, they're kind of hard. Sometimes they're scary. Sometimes the glow up is scary, y'all. Sometimes it's not cute and it's not magical and it's wonderful. Sometimes it's you fired. I don't care where you take your clients. Figure that shit out, sis. Sometimes it look like that. Sometimes it look like you gonna either quit this job or you gonna go through some more shit. Sometimes that's what it looks like. Sometimes God will force you out of a situation so you can get to that next level of your glow up. You feel me? I'm gonna blend this out. Y'all, sometimes that glow up ain't as cute as it look in pictures now. Know that. Know that. Know them pictures, them Birkins y'all see. Know them G-Wagons y'all see. Them Chanel bags y'all see, baby. Sometimes it was a lot of pain that went into that. So they celebrating. They celebrating some shit they went through. So don't be looking at them like it ain't look easy for them. Because let's be very clear. Social media is a highlight, baby. We show the best of the best moments. How many times do we get on camera and be like, shit going on? We don't. So just know that those moments we're celebrating, and I'm not even at that level yet, but I will be. Just know that I came through some things, went through some things to get to my Chanel bag. Just know I went through some things to get my looks, okay? And know that I'm just at that point where it's my time. It's my turn. It don't take away from your journey, but sometimes people are just at that point where they're seeing the fruits of their labors. You feel me? We're gonna get back to this glow up. Okay, I've already set my concealer, set my foundation, and set my contour. I cannot wait because I need this video to flow, and my camera keeps freezing on me, so I'm sorry that it overheats. But I am continuing on this glow up child. All right. Guys, I've been really liking, like I posted a look the other day. I'm using Yodit inside of the Warrior 2 by Julia. I've been really loving the kind of, I'll just show you because I don't really know how to describe it. But just creating like a more defined crease. So I start bringing that shade all the way in here. I don't bring it all the way down to my eye. I'll zoom in. Ooh. I'm dragging it out. Not really, just really just giving that eye a lift. Like, I hope you can see the difference from this eye to this one. Just bringing it all the way over, but not down. Just really gives me a more, it's like, it makes my eye pop. I can't really explain it because I don't know the terms because I'm not a makeup artist, but I'm gonna do this real quick. Walk you through this so we can get back to, oops, I went too dark. Let's knock that off so I can get back to talking about our glow up. Okay guys, so we've already finished our, did our finishing touches on my eyes. I put my lashes on. I did my bottom lashes with the mascara, as well as kind of blended the same browns into my under eye. So I put my blush on, which is the Tarte Feisty. I think it looks good and complements the neutral tones we have going on. We're gonna spray and then we're gonna add our highlight. And I like to dab, dab, dab. I like to press mine in because I hate when it sits on my face again. Because I feel like it just melts everything in. I like luminous skin. Your girl is 30 plus. She's in the 30 plus gang, so she likes luminous skin. Okay, she likes to look juicy. After we finish our face, because I didn't want this video to get too long, we'll finish having our talk. Because girl, at that point, we've said everything that needs to be said, did everything that needs to be done, conquered all that needs to be conquered, okay? So we're gonna use, I think I'm gonna do a pearly pink highlight. Because it has gold, I will tolerate it. This might not look natural. Let me see if I'm gonna use this. It's giving me pink lemonade vibes. So I'm gonna use, child, let's get this color out of it. I'm gonna use, this is my highlight. Sorry for the cliffhanger, guys. I'll get back to the story now that I've finished the face, okay? So basically, you know, everyone's glow up is totally different. And at the end of the day, you don't really know what the next level of your glow up is gonna look like or feel like. And sometimes it's a struggle when you're transitioning into better things. So again, I went from a high school dropout to going back to school, to graduating from beauty school, to getting my first job, relocating from a total, relocating from home, moving to a totally different place, a new state. And then I get my first job that was high paying. I'm talking about, guys, at my age, I was making money. That's also probably the reason why I was careless in the beginning, because I come from like a background where, I mean, it might sound ridiculous, but like asking for $20 was kind of hard. You feel me? Like, they worked hard, but literally they were stretched. You know, I come from a family of 6 kids, but like to come from having to work so hard for barely anything to making money. I'm talking about being booked for months and weeks, like being overbooked to where I never had to worry about a paycheck. Whew. Child. That was definitely a glow up for me. So granted, like, you don't always stay up, you know, things happen and things shift or whatever the case. From there, from working at my first salon job, you know, making buku money, I also transitioned again into ownership, like to running my own business, running my own salon. And that was very tough, but I'm not going to talk about that in this video. But I just wanted to discuss in this video, since we're on the topic of glowing up, you know, I went from a high school dropout to becoming a mom, to relocating to a whole nother state, to finding a job that paid me well, to owning my own business. And yeah, that's pretty much my glow up, guys. I hope I was able to still get a lot across, even though I stopped talking because I didn't want this video to be so long. I was like, shoot, we can chit chat at the end of the video. Let me get this beat done so we can really actually glow up on camera, and then we can finish it out. So if your 2020 has been crazy, if you can't really see your own glow up, guys, just look back over your life and think about where you are now, and I promise you, you will see that you too have blown up. So we're gonna continue to glow up around here. Me and the Boss family, we're gonna continue to glow up on our end. So if you're not subscribed, if you're not already a part of the Boss family, just know that we're gonna keep glowing up. And if you wanna keep watching the glow up and see my journey, just go ahead and subscribe, turn on your bell notifications, and let me know that you're part of the family. Let me know that you subscribe. So yeah, we're gonna glow up, and we invite you to glow up with us, okay? So all of my Boss family, just make sure our newcomers, y'all show them some love, make them feel welcome. Guys, I'm really excited. Like, I never did a video to where I talk about my business. So I'm pretty sure I didn't give everything, but I gave a little something, you know what I mean? So yeah, that wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed glowing up with me. Remember that 2020 can still be your year, guys. My son is in the background doing his YouTube streaming. He's a gamer. So unfortunately, my quiet time is up. So sorry y'all have to hear that. But remember, 2020 can still be your year. Just know that I'm pretty sure the way you started this year and how you're ending is totally different. And even if it's actually going from good to bad, that's okay too. There are different transitions in life, and they're all a part of the glow up. They're all necessary. They're necessary, boo, okay? So I'm gonna wrap up this video, guys. I just wanna thank you guys for spending the time with me today and taking time out of your day to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, comment down below, thumbs up this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm gonna go. I just wanna remind you guys to wake up, pray, get pretty, hustle, and repeat. Your girl is out. Bye.